Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. Asml recently announced that orders from China have suddenly dropped sharply, and it is expected that China's contribution to its revenue will be as low as 20%. This is undoubtedly a huge blow to Asml, and it is also a huge blow to the chip equipment of the United States and Japan, because the Chinese market has previously contributed huge revenue to global chip equipment. According to Asml's performance, China's contribution to its revenue in the first 3 quarters of this year accounted for 49%, 49%, and 47% respectively. It can be seen that the Chinese market has contributed huge revenue to it. Now the proportion of revenue contributed by China will suddenly drop to 20%, which means that China has greatly reduced its purchase of Asml's lithography machines. Asml is the world's largest lithography machine company, but with the changes in the global chip market, the Chinese market has an increasing impact on the global chip equipment market, and other chip equipment companies are continuing to reduce the purchase of chip equipment. Tsmc, Intel and Samsung, the world's 3 largest chip manufacturers, have significantly reduced or even stopped purchasing DUV lithography machines, and the purchase of first-generation EUV lithography machines has also been significantly reduced. Data from 2023 shows that Tsmc only contributed 6% of Asml's revenue. The reason is that the DUV lithography machines and first-generation EUV lithography machines previously purchased by these advanced chip manufacturers are sufficient to meet the requirements. Tsmc is particularly special. Currently, Tsmc's 3nm process is produced by the first-generation EUV lithography machine. It hopes to extend the service life of the first-generation EUV lithography machine, and may even use the first-generation EUV lithography machine to produce 2nm process. After all, the purchase of the first-generation EUV lithography machine has cost a huge amount of money, and the second-generation 2nm EUV lithography machine is too expensive. The price of the 2nm EUV lithography machine is twice that of the first-generation EUV lithography machine. UMC, Power Chip, GlobalFoundries and others have given up on developing processes below 10 nanometers. Naturally, they will not purchase EUV lithography machines. They mainly rely on the DUV lithography machines purchased before to produce chips. After all, the existing DUV lithography machines are sufficient to meet their needs for producing processes above 10 nanometers. For them, they are currently facing a new difficulty, that is, overcapacity. As China expands its chip production capacity, Chinese chips will naturally give priority to orders to Chinese chip manufacturers, resulting in a significant reduction in chip orders from the Chinese market for chip manufacturers such as UMC and GlobalFoundries. Another impact of China's massive expansion of chip production capacity is that China has drastically reduced its purchase of chips from overseas, and even Chinese chips have begun to export to foreign countries, relying on cost advantages to seize the global market. This has led to high inventory levels for Texas Instruments, which mainly produces mature process chips, which has also reduced chip orders for UMC, GlobalFoundries and others. In order to compete for limited orders, these chip manufacturers have to cut prices, and thus reduce the purchase of chip equipment such as lithography machines. In this case, the Chinese market, which is still expanding its chip production capacity, has become the largest market for chip equipment in the world. However, the Chinese market has purchased a large number of chip equipment, such as lithography machines, in the past 3 years. From the fourth quarter of last year to the first 3 quarters of this year, the amount of lithography machines purchased by China is almost 3 times that of the previous period. Now China's demand for chip equipment such as lithography machines has been met, which naturally has been greatly reduced. China's reduction in the purchase of chip equipment such as lithography machines will not only affect Asml, but also chip equipment companies in the United States and Japan. The performance of chip equipment companies in Japan and the United States previously announced that China's contribution to revenue generally accounts for more than 40%, which shows that the Chinese market is very important to them. China has purchased a large number of Asml lithography machines and chip equipment from Japan and the United States in the past 2 years, which has made them earn a lot of money and even increased their performance by 50%. With China's reduction in purchases, their good days are over. Nowadays, China attaches great importance to the localization of the chip industry chain and vigorously promotes the development of domestic chip equipment. Chip equipment companies in mainland China such as North Huachuang and Shanghai AMEC have made great progress. The growth of domestic chip equipment has also strengthened China's confidence in reducing imported chip equipment. At the same time, China can ensure the safety of domestic chips by developing its own chip industry chain. In short, Asml said that China's orders have dropped sharply, affecting the global chip equipment market. China's chip industry has reduced purchases after expansion, which has dealt a blow to Asml, American and Japanese chip equipment companies. China promotes the development of domestic chip equipment and strengthens its confidence in reducing imports.